Well, I come from Borneo, Sarawak, which is a state in Malaysia and part of the Borneo Island, from the Iban tribe. My mom's Chinese, so I see God from two perspectives, one from the Iban side, another one from the Chinese side. I was born in the post-colonial era, whereby Christianity was pretty much predominant in Sarawak. But nonetheless, the Ibans before this were practicing animism, which is the worship of spirits and nature and all that. So it was only until I think the 70s or the 80s where more Ibans were then converted to Christianity, and it became part of their daily lives or culture.
I was in a way fortunate that I was born into a family who was a strong Catholic background. My great-grandfather was apparently a strong Buddhist who owned a temple. And after him passing away, my great-grandmother had to convert from Buddhism to Christianity. So that stayed very strong in my family. So being a Catholic was quite different and was given an identity of who we were. And my first memory was that my name is written on the palm of our God, which is really an important concept, because when your name is written, for us genealogy was very important, and you're listed in God's hand, that you couldn't behave differently. You're born and identified as God's child. So it really dictated my whole childhood and the way I thought and behaved. It's only when I came to Australia that the whole concept was a little bit changed in different ways. Like when I was growing up, 10 Commandment was a very big thing, and I was imposed on old culture up to the 70s. So all the Confucianism ethics was there, and individuality wasn't really a big thing. And coming to Western culture, where individuality was really respected and valued, that's where I had to find myself, relationship between myself and the God. That was quite a different one. And also concept of love. Love was something that wasn't spoken in our culture. And so how do you interpret love in a sense, God's love, and you interpret it in love in your culture and the religion. So that was quite a self-discovery for me.
I am coming from Warsaw, from Poland. I came here, 1980, so it will be very soon 30 years. Polish people, I think statistically, 98% they Roman Catholic. So I definitely come from Roman Catholic tradition. I mean, each Sunday I will go with my mother, first with my parents. After, when my father died, I will go with my mother, with my grandmother. It was nothing like Sunday school, because nothing like religion in school, because that was time that more or less Poland was under Soviet influence. So at least church was separated from the state. And they did try to make church unimportant or something like old-fashioned or old beliefs that they are more or less sort of hasn't got place in the modern society. So it was very much under Marxist philosophy. So to do religion, it had to be done separately. So, but because maybe Poland was always a very strong Christian country, doesn't matter how much they did try, they couldn't break that feeling that, well, people needed church, they needed God. That was maybe only body they could trust.
Christianity plays a major part in my culture. Yeah, we use Christianity a lot in just about everything, in all our cultural and traditional activities. So it wasn't too hard to bring in the values of Christianity.
Nepal is actually like Hinduism country, like there's about like 50% that's a Hinduism and then about 35% Buddhist. Actually, I belongs to Buddhism, and the main reason to come into church and become a Christian is like I found the Christian values, like I must say, like the fundamental or the basic principle of Christianity is quite more than 90% similar with in Buddhism. In Buddhism, we have been told like have compassion, sharing love, and salvation. These and forgiveness, of course, yeah. These are the main things we have been told in Buddhism, and which I found exactly in Christianity. So, for me, I'm very happy to be here in church and become a Christian, because the values I'm taking here, which is quite similar in my culture. If I go back home to Nepal, I will not have any problem, to implement or whatever. So that's the main reason, actually. Yeah.